My name is Michelle Arneson Havenstrite, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to be talking with you about school choice, vouchers, and educational credits. I'm going to cover the background of the school choice movement, why parents choose or may choose an alternative to the traditional public school in their area, financial implications, and finally, possible equity issues that may arise from the school choice, vouchers, and educational credits. The school choice movement has a very long and complicated history. It actually dates back to the 1950s and 1960s in the South at the time of the desegregation of schools movement. Parents of white children wanted to ensure that their students would not be going to school with black children, so therefore they wanted to choose to establish their own schooling systems. In the 1970s, however, the school choice movement and voucher programs began to be seen as a means to empower parents, giving them the choice in how and where their children could be and should be educated. The school choice movement and the educational credits and vouchers debate continues today and is largely advanced by special activist groups who are wanting to advocate that parents should have the option to place their children in more effective schools. They want to promote their religious freedoms, empowering the poor. They claim to empower the poor and expand opportunities for special needs students that can otherwise not be met in the public school setting. Additionally, there is a push to limit government's role in the education system. A quick review of the research in the area of why parents may choose an alternative school option reveals that there are 5 key areas. First and foremost, religious or philosophical beliefs. Parents choose to send their child to a school that may promote and educate their students around religious or philosophical beliefs that they feel are very viable and important in the upbringing of their children. The second area is enrollment, class size, and location. Many parents claim that they will choose to enroll their child in a private school or a charter school because of the class size, because of the types of students that they're enrolling, and sometimes it's due to the location. Finally, subject and course offerings. Parents will advocate that certain schools may offer more courses or subjects that are of their child's interest. And an area that many don't want to talk about is some parents choose to enroll their child in a private school or a charter school for the co-curricular opportunities in fine arts, perhaps, or in the area of athletics. And finally, some parents just simply make the option to choose to enroll their students in a private or a charter school based upon the opinions of friends or their close social network. Next, we're going to discuss the financial implications of a voucher tax credit system. The voucher tax credits are provided to parents who choose not to send their children to the local public school. The U.S. Secretary Betsy DeVos has equated the voucher tax credit system to the freedom to choose between an Uber and a taxi. Well, this was not well received between the advocates of public schools. Certainly, funding of our nation's public school system is much more complicated than choosing between an Uber and a taxi. Opponents to the voucher tax credit system firmly believe that this type of a funding system will take away valuable funds from public school systems that are already poorly funded. In addition to the financial implications, there are also equity issues that come about when we begin to talk about tax credits and vouchers. Stanford educational historian David Larrabee has documented for the last 30 years that parents are increasingly turning to the educational marketplace in hopes of seeking individual benefits and social advantage for their own children. The questions then become, do school choice policies have consequences on sorting students by ability and socioeconomic status? And how might this impact the effectiveness and equity of the public education system? Do all students really have the opportunity to choose, or is school choice just an option for only a limited number of students, those with the financial resources? At the heart of the issue is reforming poorly performing public schools. Is equity then reduced to a goal that is best achieved through personal choice, or would it best be achieved by focusing communities and societies together to share and pursue the reform efforts together? It is my personal belief that we truly must seek a balance between the freedom of choice and the equity of an educational system that benefits all. In closing, when considering the issue of school choice, vouchers, and tax credits, I really wonder, how can a school system of funding provide sufficient flexibility to fulfill the aspirations of many parents, while at the same time providing enough incentives for schools to improve the performance of all students without reducing equity in education? This topic will be explored in my next chat, School Choice Options.